there, chums, as I, Captain Steve in EXO. Now, I've got a bit of an apology to make, chums. Yeah, I fluffed up. Right, so EXO, if I go over to this scribble pad, EXO, could you just load up the footage from Zane's hauler location? Yeah, so I went back there, chums. Anyway, execute. Okay, well, back underwater, back on that code that I got from Zane's world. The hauler, it cannot be seen. Now, I don't know whether there's a way to get them to respawn, but it's definitely not there for me. Hell no. So that's a thumbs down to that idea and that sort of exploit, which is good. I'm glad that that actually exists, to be fair. So, as you can see, chums, you can't really over-exploit the same crashed ship over and over again, chums. No, it doesn't work. No, once it's gone, it's fricking gone. So I'm going to show you guys how to actually find crashed ships the long-winded way. So first you need to get some navigational data. Sometimes you can find that on planet surfaces on these sort of like black pedestals with red cubes floating above them, or sometimes if you're super lucky you can find them up in the station. So I'm just going to go up into the station and see if I can find some navigational data. In fact, well, actually I've got some on me, so it's not overly important, but really if I'm doing a guide I need to show you guys what navigational data looks like, don't I? Okay, I'll be right back with you in a minute. Just hold on the space station. Now there's some navigational data there. However, sometimes it can look like a little orange or blue cube, and you usually find them on desks sort of up here on this sort of side of the space station. They're not always here. I mean, there's only one by the looks of things. Sometimes you can find them like I did there on the merchant's desk, but they're usually littered about over at the other side, like I said there. But it's not a rarity to find them over here as well. But usually on the desks that are usually around here. But no, there's no sort of orange or blue cubes up here to show you the other variety. But the little flat discs are quite common anyway. But after you've got your navigational data, you need to go speak to your cartographer up on the actual station. Hello, friend. Yes, I would like to exchange for maps. Yes. And then you want to go for the emergency cartographer. I think I can only do two anyway. No, I can only do one. So I grab that. I've got quite a fair few of these anyway already, chums. But then it's a case of just using those to see what you can find in your actual area. So if I go into my exosuit, there's one there for, planned route. So here we go. Distress signal detected. Now you can do multiples of these in the same system if you have multiples. Not a problem. So whereas my others, I did have a fair few. There they are. So I'm going to do a couple more. Freighter crash site located. I'm not really into freighters. However, the freighters do have sometimes the augmentations that you might find there. You know, the empty slot augmentations. Yeah, you can actually find those at freighters now. So we'll go pay that a visit anyway. And let's open up another one. Nothing found. Once it does nothing found once, I usually leave it. So I'd go to another system before I actually use those maps again. Alright, so let's fly out and let's go to the first of those two locations. I'm going to go to the distress beacon first, then we'll go to the crash freighter second. Right, I'll see you there, chums. Right, well, we've reached the first destination. It looks like I'm in luck. There is actually a crashed ship here. Now there isn't always, and sometimes even when you land now, sometimes it has an NPC by the ship, and you just help the NPC get his ship to take off. If there is no NPC, then you're quids in, because that means you can take this ship and pretty much do as you wish with it. Awesome, so there we go. That's quite a nice looking ship. It's a bit of a shame to actually... Oh, and it's an A-class as well. You know what, I'm going to put a little comms ball here for other people that might visit this system. So let's just stick down a quick comms ball. Where are you, comms ball? There we go. Let's make it a nice funky colour, because we can. I'll go for blue and orange. No, it didn't change colour. Oh well, it's going to stay that colour then. And let's interact with this. Let's just put down a little marker for somebody. Oh, and it just reads... Go on, pop up. Oh, fridge. There you go. A-class. Freight fighter for scrap. Brilliant. That was a bit quick, wasn't it? Alright, well, let's go and add this one to my infantry slots then. So it's not too bad, is it, chums? You know, sometimes you can be lucky and you can find something pretty cool. So just go compare. And as I said before, I've got like a free slot, so I can just claim this ship. Fantastic. And this is in my own system, so now I can go and scrap it. So let's fly up to the station. And let's go rinse and repeat the scrappage on this one. So here we go. So I've just swapped back to this one, which is cool. fly on up to my freighter, and I can swap to the fighter, and I can fix the fighter, and we can take it and scrap it. So here we go, let's call in my freighter. So that's what I do. I don't really fix them on the planet's surface, mainly because I haven't got all the materials on me, because I'm keeping my infantry as free as possible for this scrapping. Just landed in my freighter. I haven't had to reload or anything, and look, the fighter's already up here. So yeah, the magic does work. Now all I do is go over to this, swap over into this one. Of course it's not going to take off, it's completely foobarred. However, now if I run up the stairs of my freighter, because I've got all my storage vaults up there, it makes it really simple to fix this ship. So I just run up the stairs, access my vaults, and I can completely fix this ship. And then I'll be heading over to the station. So once I've fixed the ship, chums, I'll be reconvening with you. So yeah, doesn't take long, doesn't it, chums? Well, I've managed to get it airborne and I've flown it into the nearest station in the same system. And yeah, we're going to be scrapping this. Now I've cleared out my infantry as much as I possibly can. So there we go. If I go to my exosuit, got all that clear and all my cargo clear. So I should be able to scrap this one several times. Now it is only an A class, so I might not get any S class modules, but we'll see how we get on. Okay, interact. There we go. And we're going to scrap this one. So this is only going to get me 845,000 units or whatever that was. So we're going to say, yep, claim scrap. And then hopefully, oh no! I think I oh, I did. I managed to get in there just. I thought I let go of square there. It didn't quite work, but there we go. We're going to do it again. So yeah, this is the same one. The Abstract Victory PG9. That wasn't its name, was it? I thought it was Vector. Okay, well, scrap it anyway. That better not have been my awesome one. Okay, so there we go. And interact again. Abstract Vector. Yep. Oh, yes, only 8,400. Thought I'd scrapped the wrong ship for a second there, chums. Okay, claim more scrap. Lovely jubbly. Interact again. Here we go. And yeah, you can get the idea. Okay, well, I got quite a lot from that. But yeah, you can see here these are A-class modules, whereas when I had that S, I did get quite a lot more. However, you can't just go back and find the same ship there again. It doesn't work like that, how I originally thought it to work anyway. Look at all these A-class modules that I have here. Now there is a way, I believe, to get nanites from these, but I'm not too sure how you do that, because you can't do it in your portable refiner. And believe me, I've had a little play at this, I've tried it, and it doesn't actually turn to nanites. So I'm not too sure how to get nanites from modules, so yeah. I mean, let's go see if I can talk to one of these chaps over here and see if he would take them off of me, but I'm fairly sure he doesn't buy, I think he only sells. So yeah, I'm not too sure how you go about getting nanites for modules anymore, chums. I mean, even if you go to the trade tab. Hi, chums. Now, I'm fairly sure I've missed a trick. I'm fairly sure you can sell these things back to these guys. I think you have to actually go into the menu. So there we go. You go to purchase. Yeah, purchase. And then up here, I think you can go, there you are, sell. It used to be a toggle up here. They've moved it over there. So now I should be able to sell these, and I should get about 3,000 odd nanites per stack of the damn thing. So there we go. Let's get rid of all of them. Lovely jubbly. And if I swap... Oh, I don't think it's pulled up my expanded cargo though, has it? Oh, it did. Okay, well I've sold all of those then. And now I'm a little bit richer on nanites. Now it does cost 50,000 nanites to upgrade the class of a ship. So that's going to take a little while. But what I did also get was a few more of the ship augmentations. I got 12 of those for scrapping that fighter over and over again. So yeah, brilliant. Excellent. Sterling Effins, Mr. Steve. Right, now over to the fighter. Hello. Right. Just about 2 or 3 days ago, I sent off all of my frigates on missions. They should have all finished their missions now, so let's go and debrief all of the different commanders, and we'll see what we get from each of them. I do sometimes like reading these debrief comments and entries, but I'm just going to skip through them for time's sake. But yeah, sometimes there's some really good little nuggets in there of lore and information. Okay, well, I took the liberty of speeding this up, and as you can see, I'm getting quite a few different things there, and my units total is going up. I started at 607 as the first 3 digits, and by the end of this, and after I've sold everything, I've got quite a substantial bit more. I don't quite break the 700, but yeah, it's not a bad way of earning units, and you do get some pretty gnarly stuff, a little bit of lore, and it's kind of fun in a roundabout way, knowing that you're the commander of a whole frigate fleet. Well, I find it fun. The running of it's a little bit costly in time, but it's worth it overall. Just sending out frigate missions and doing a few extra bits and bobs. There we go, it's done. Let's go around here. Oh, did I see that right? I got salvage frigate module. That's pretty cool. Okay, excellent. So it looks like I might be able to convert that into usable tech. It's a shame you can't change it into a storage slot for your freighter. That really is. Okay, so let's interact with this. Let's go sell all that. And we'll see what we get for this. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to sell the Walker Brains anyway. Don't really need them. There we go. Now it kind of makes up for some of the bits that I moved across. All those Viking daggers, because they fetch quite a bit. There we go. I'm on 628 now, so it's not a massive jump in cash. Let's have a look at what we can actually do in the research terminal with that. Oh, would you look at this? There are a few extra things I can get. A matter beam. Okay, that needs 5. I've only got 1. So it does pay to send out these missions to get some of this other stuff, because it looks like there's new warp components as well, chums. Look at that. Gives you an extra 50 light years per module. That's not bad at all, not bad at all. Alright. Okay, so I'll probably be sending out a few more frigate missions if possible. Might have to get some more frigate fuel, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty fine and dandy. Yeah, awesome. I'm enjoying this life. Hi, chums. Well, I've been trying to dig out the rest of the cargo containers, but they seem to be enclosed somehow inside the actual freighter itself. I can't actually get into them, which is a little bit weird and slightly annoying. But that does happen quite a lot with these crashed freighter sites for me. I'm just not overly lucky with them. I have managed to get 1 augmented tech from one of these in recent days, but yeah, it's the luck for me is few and far between. So yeah, at least I've been here, and hopefully that marker is now going to frickin' disappear. It hasn't frickin' disappeared, has it? It's quite visibly still there for some unknown reason, probably because of all this crud just floating around in space. That really does annoy me, because you can't clear the marker down. Unless it's, no, it's still frickin' there, isn't it? It's probably best if I just jump to another system, and it's pretty much a case of starting this all over again. So get yourself navigational data, search for distress beacons, hopefully find a crashed ship, and scrap it. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And in between, when I am landing on planets, I'm getting as much dehydrogen as I can. I'm also getting a load of tritium from when I'm up in space, and then hopefully I'm crafting out some frigate fuel. So I can send my frigates on missions. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just going to go find a load of dehydrogen. So that's kind of how I'm spending my days at the moment, chums. Yeah, the joys of being a scrapper. Okay, until next time. Cheerio for now. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Oh, and something I should mention before I go is on my next live stream on Tuesday night, I should be giving away an Atlas card. It's one of my 3D printed ones that I do. I've got 2 more that are painted, and I've just hit 900 subscribers, and that's thanks to you guys out there. So you're giving to me, I'm giving back to you by doing a little mini competition. So be sure to tune in at 6 PM GMT time on the Tuesday night for your chance to win a lovely Atlas pass. Until then, bye-bye for now. Goodbye, goodbye. And one last thing, this is the actual location where you can find this crashed ship. Come along. And yes, I have a Patreon. Hop on over to Patreon. There's a tier there for pretty much everyone, including ship models. And yes, thank you to all my patrons that you can see here. Thank you, Patreons! And yes, I also have merch. Yeah, hop on over, grab yourself a funky mug or some awesome socks. And yeah, Nerv, thank you very much for making the music for my videos, chum. You're awesome. And yeah, if you want to support me in another way, you can just do the normal stuff, which is hit the notification bell, a like or a subscribe, or add a comment. Comments are freaking awesome. Yeah, and yeah, or stay with me a bit longer. Watch a bit more Captain Steve and EXO. Bye-bye!